Hey, yo, what's going on, good people, man? Welcome back to another episode discussion of Don Machi is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? And we are on episode 8 entitled Bill Crandall the Fool. Um, guys, this episode was amazing. Let me just start off by saying that this was a wonderful episode. What can I say? This episode basically gave me everything and more that I could have asked for. From the start to finish, we saw the wrap up of how the entire ordeal came about. Dix and his lackey finally got what was coming to him in the best way. Asterius, who is the actual Minotaur, we learned his name later in the episode. He was the one who finished off Dix in the beginning, and I have to say, kudos. I cannot stand that man. I am glad to see him go. I am not sad at all in how he went out. I just wish we actually could have saw the animation, but it may have been too gruesome. It may be better described and or detailed in the manga whenever it gets to that point. But it was satisfying and very comedic at the same time in regards to Dix's lackey when he finally got his comeuppance. But overall, like I said, we learned the name of our Earth sign Xenos, the Black Minotaur, Asterius, which means lightning after I did a little digging. We also got to see how powerful the Loki family is. Now, I knew they were monsters, but they were, and I quote from Fels, the true monsters here during the entire actual fight. They all in their own right justly do gain and earn their flowers and respect from me, even for the small but impactful display of what we were shown by them. Beat, even though he's the wolf half animal guy, he looks more wolf, more dog, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what he is. The one who's always bitter in regards to anything involving Bell. He basically jumped in the sky and kicked Gross out of the air, and then again kicked him into a wall. I mean, he somewhat looks like he kicked him unconscious. I thought that was kind of fire, and I'm like, yo, dude, is he okay? There maybe there is something to him. Even down to the twins, Tione, when she was throwing hands with Lid. Thusly, she was fighting him with the sword at first, but Lid kind of knocked the sword out, and then she kind of basically gave him this overhead pull slam. And then again, when she was putting those hands and feet to Asterius, like she was gonna turn him into mincemeat, though that did not happen. She was gunning for the fades, like she was trying to put the minks on him, seriously. And then her sister Tiona, slicing a golem made out of adamantite in half, like it was butter. Now, people, we know that adamantite is the second strongest metal in the entire hierarchy of any mythical game, only under orichalcum, and she just slid through it like it was butter. We didn't get to see much from Gareth or Finn, but I'm pretty sure they are also very powerful, just as they were kind of back there with Eyes. So I'm assuming the big three of the Loki family might be Finn, Gareth, and Eyes. But Eyes went down and she got things kicked off because Asterius was down there having fun. He was putting it to the twins, B, and everything else. Gareth actually went to go pick up Ikelos, and he was like, be gentle with me, and so on and so forth from there. But yeah, man, and she has this ability called Tempest, which as it sounds like she may have something to do, or her powers are more aligned with using the wind. And yeah, she showed out. It looked like she was dancing around on the battlefield with the way her ability was activated. Maybe we'll learn more about it later down the lines, but from what I was able to ascertain, it looked like it gave her an enhanced form of one, speed, accuracy, maybe even power, because she basically cut off the arm of Asterius. And this was after this was after the fact that he had already laid waste to the area with his magical axe that kind of does thunder. I mean, like, he named himself Thunder, and he also has a magic tool that can bring down the thunder, as without trying to be corny and or cheesy. And then we finally got to see what wrapped up, or what was made from Bell and Wine's whole ordeal. It was very sad. It was mostly sad. I'm not gonna even lie. It was mostly sad because you wouldn't want to see this happening to somebody we started to care about, and who we know Bell himself cares about. As Winnie was running through the city, she was being led to a location where she was ultimately hit by a massive ball or a series of spells, which all were lightning, chain lightning abilities by other sorcerers, just to subdue her, and then to ultimately be stabbed through the chest by Dix's lackey, his second in command, whom, as she was exiting into her current form, she slashed his face, which I thought was very funny. Like, he had it out to see her through and kill, and then as he put the damn spear through her, he was, praising Dix like, I killed it, I did it. And then here comes Gross, squish. Just, I thought that was the comedy, that was the portion I laughed at the most, and I was like, yes, you deserve that. Trash character, be gone. There's nothing else to be seen from you. And but short to that, after the lightning and after all that, they fall through to this location, and we ultimately watch Wine die. That's what happened. We watch her die, and it's not a good scene to see, because Belle's crying. She's basically telling Belle about the things that were currently going on with her in her dream, and she knew Belle would come rescue her and that it was okay. And this is when Fails the Fool pulls off the most obscene and amazing thing ever. He pulled off a miracle, which to everyone who was looking from the outside, it seemed to be as though it were a god descending back to earth, but it was actually him using a revival spell. Now, in his entire life of 800 years since trying to do it, he was unable to successfully do it, but this time he was able to actually bring Wine back. And I think the reason is similar to the law of equivalent exchange, like in Full Metal Alchemist. I think for a spell like that to work, you have to sacrifice a portion of your own life or an entire life to make it work. And in being as Fail is immortal, well, you can kind of fill in the rest. So he had what was thusly needed to bring someone else back. But when he tried to do this spell on himself all those years ago to extend his life and make himself immortal, he ended up turning himself into a skeleton, because what can you sacrifice from yourself to ultimately keep yourself intact, other than he had to give up one, his flesh, his muscles, and that's why he is currently a skeleton. And it was amazing to see Belle and Wine be reunited. She even said she loved Belle, which we know all the women in Belle's life love him in some form or fashion. And then we also saw Otar, who's with Freya, and I could be saying his name wrong. Let me know down in the comments. I'm not bad at these names. I tell you this in every video. He seemed to felt as though he knew the Minotaur. He seems to feel like he's seen it somewhere before, or it jogged his memory on something. And I'm just kind of like, okay. And this is what gets me to speculate. Maybe he's the reincarnation of the Minotaur that they sent after Belle back in the earlier volumes, or in season 1. If you're watching it, I've also read through the light novels. So but in his reincarnation, he came back juiced up and also has like a magic axe. But who's to say? But overall, guys, this episode, it touched everything. It gave me backstory, it gave me emotions, it gave me good feelings, it gave me bad feelings, it gave me action, which I don't expect. You don't get to see that much from DanMachi, so I was looking forward to what little bit of action we would get, because I know they're waging war against these monsters. But that's neither here nor there. If you have made it this far in the video, man, give the video a thumbs up, share it, like it. You already know, subscribe, hit that thing for your boy one time. I appreciate it. I value each and every one of you who do come through and watch these videos. If you are a fan of DanMachi, if you're just a fan of my content in general. But as always, man, y'all be safe, be blessed, wash your hands, wash your ass, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.